do this.
Yep.
All right, back to the great state of Louisiana. We have a number of guys coming in from Louisiana, and here's another one. You as a special teams coordinator, done a great job getting some guys that can really boom it. We have a senior all-conference kicker, and he'll move on and have a great life, and we're looking for good things for him this year. But after that,
Absolutely.
we don't have much after that. So we had to go get some kickers, and Alex Auer, 6 foot, 170 pounds, out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Coach Morgan, what do you see from Alex?
You know, Alex, what you see in him is, and what we wanted in our kickers, is the ability to be able to punt and to kick.
Yep.
And so you've got a backup on either side of the ball. And, you know, you talk to him on the phone, he's a pretty unique personality in the fact that, you know, I think he wants to be an astronomy major. You don't meet those kind of kids often, so that's attractive. The kid really values his education. He was a 4-point plus, and so, you know, he had a great high school career, an all-state player, you know, there in Shreveport, Louisiana, and another place that is really, you know, an extension of East Texas,
Right.
and they play some good high school football there.
Right, and as you mentioned, Coach, he's a kind of a combo kicker, has the ability to do both punt and place kick as well. His specialty is probably more in the punting game. Really has the ability to flip a field. As you see here, kind of pinning him inside the 15. Had a number of those where he's down in the ball inside the 15, inside the 20. And that could be a very big tool for us as we get going with our special teams.
Yeah, averaged over 40 yards a kick for a high school punter. That is, you don't see that very often. You look up some leaderboards, and it's usually 36, 37 yards is a guy that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he put 40 yards a kick on the board. And again, that, like you said, that can be a game changer.
Yeah, and his ability, and he went through the camp circuit this last summer, and you really see him trying to perfect his craft.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that is going to be getting some work in, whether it's in place kicking, whether it's punting, kickoffs here. You see him putting it in the end zone. So he wants to be really good at what he does, and you see that evident with some of the work that he puts in.
Yep, absolutely. You know, I think one of the things we've done right here is we emphasize special teams. Special teams is important. It can be game-changing. There are game-changing plays throughout a game. And so we're excited to be able to bring in a couple really good kickers on special teams.
And a lot of times these guys are thankless, you know. I mean, you don't, in the recruiting process, sometimes teams wait till the end of the recruiting. With us, I mean, for us, it was a priority for Coach Gibson and myself to let's make sure we have a really good punter. Let's make sure we have a really good kicker, and the future is bright, because those guys can really change the game. I mean, if you're missing field goals and extra points and you're struggling in the kicking game, now it changes your strategy on offense and defense and the rest of the game.
Yep, absolutely. Coach Thiessen, let's talk about Colby Sessoms out of Hazlet, Texas, Eaton High School, 6'1", 180-pound kicker. And again, I brought this up with another young man. You don't have to be a math genius to get his percentage of kicks right.
No, not at all.
You know, so with Colby, a very highly rated kicker, the ball just explodes off his foot in the video. Coach Morgan, overall, what's your view on Colby?
Well, I mean, you hear when we're recruiting Colby and we're talking about kickers, you hear about him being, you know, a nominee for the Presidential Scholarship, which is our highest scholarship of the university. So first and foremost, I mean, the kid's got a 4.5 GPA through the roof. And so, I mean, he's a smart kid. And then you talk about 10 for 10, 41 for 41 on PATs. So what that tells me is the kid's pretty dialed in, and he's almost 40 yards a punt. And so, he, you know, as far as, you know, sometimes PATs, you'll miss a couple just because the kid's not, you know, not focused, but this kid's dialed in now.
Yeah, he's locked in, and part of those, his field goal percentage, that includes 2 50-yard field goals, Coach.
Yeah.
And so he's got a dynamic leg, a big leg. As you see here, he's going to be putting this ball deep into the end zone with the ability to have a lot of touchbacks, you know, that helps out our defense. So He's got a very bright future, I think, and has the ability to really change the game and come in some of those clutch moments at the end of a half or at the end of a game.
He made that 50-yarder by at least 8 to 10 yards right there. That just gives you, as an offense, when you cross the 50, to be able to put it down in the dirt and to knock it through and to have that reliability, that adds a ton to your offense. And just again, as fans, you don't think of kickers, but this guy, he's going to step in, and you hope he's going to transition from high school to college and be just as reliable as he was in high school. And you knock it out of the end zone, and that an offense having to start from the 25 every series, that makes it tough.
Yeah, and he recently played in the blue-gray All-American game, hit a 45-yard field goal in that game. Yeah. He's a standout striker for their soccer team, so there's another example of a guy playing different sports and just being able to excel in those different realms.
Very excited about Colby. He's going to come in, and he's going to be a game changer for us, and we look forward to getting him on the field and showing Beaumont, Texas, what he can do with his leg, punch, field goals, kickoffs. He can do it all.
Yeah, and he'll have a fun guy to kind of mentor him, in Bailey.
Yeah.
Just being under him for a fall season, I think it's always that'll be just a great option to show him, work ethic and that sort of thing. He'll be up to the task.
Absolutely.